Okay, so here we have two equations, and we're going to try to find the solutions to this system. And remember that the solutions to a system, graphically, what they mean, it's where these two functions intersect. Alright, and let's have a look at these. Notice the highest power here is 2, which means that this function is a quadratic function, which means it'll be shaped like a parabola. This guy has no powers, so it's going to end up being a line. Each of the y is to the first power, x is to the first power. So our first job is let's figure out the vertex of our parabola. So to do that, we'll do the x-coordinate of our vertex, v sub x equals negative b over 2a. Alright, so we have negative 4 divided by 2 times 2, which is 4. A is 2 in this problem, so we get negative 1. Okay? Now to find the y-coordinate of our vertex, we need to plug our x value back into our equation. So we'll say y equals 2 times 1, or negative 1, excuse me, squared, plus 4 times negative 1 plus 6. Okay, so y equals negative 1 squared is positive 1, so 2 minus 4 plus 6 equals, that's minus 2, so I'm going to say plus 4. Okay, so our coordinates of our vertex then are negative 1, comma 4. So we did our first job, we found our vertex. So I'm going to go ahead and plot it here. We can go by ones on our axis. Okay, that's kind of off a little bit. There we go. So minus 1, comma 1, 2, 3, 4. So way up here. Alright, there's our vertex. If I look at my parabola, I can see that a is positive, so it must open upward. The next thing we'll do here, though, is we will find the quadratic y-intercept. Okay, so we found our vertex. Great. And let's find our y-intercept. Remember, to find our y-intercept, all we're going to do is plug in x equals 0. This will work for any equation. So y-intercept. So if we plug in x equals 0, then we're going to get y equals 2 times 0 squared, which is 0, plus 4 times 0, which is 0, so 6. So we can go ahead and throw that on our plot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our y-intercept of our quadratic. Alright. Our next job, let's deal with this linear equation a little bit. So we're going to do more with the quadratic, but this is fine for now. Let's deal with our linear equation. And I want to put this in slope-intercept form, which I want you to remember is y equals mx plus b. There's slope-intercept form. And so to get this in slope-intercept form, I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So over here, I'll just have y left over. And here, I'm going to divide this whole side by 2. So I'll get equals x minus 5. Alright, so here's our equation in y-intercept form. Notice the slope is 1. There's no number in front of our x, so it's kind of like there's an implied 1 here. And our y-intercept is minus 5. So let's go down here. So minus 5. And we're going to go up 1 over 1 like that, like that, like that. Here is our line. Okay, so there's our line. And let's see here. Okay, we already found our slope, which we said is 1. M equals 1. And our y-intercept is negative 5. Like we said, that's everything this question is asking for. Alright, and our last job is to figure out if there are any solutions. Well, like I said, I know this parabola opens up, so it's going to look something like this, right? And I know that this line goes this way, so it looks like these actually are never, ever, ever going to touch. So this system has no solutions. No solutions. Alright, if you have any questions about this problem or other problems that are similar, feel free to leave a comment below.